All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. It's Brother Kalakayash. Before I get started, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, wa Malak Yahushai, Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls God. But the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and means He exists. The true name of the only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai, and means He to deliver. The Most High God, Yahweh, sent His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to deliver, to redeem their chosen nation of people, their inheritance, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American man, woman, and child, which are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks of, primarily here in Babylon the Great, but also scattered across the four corners of the earth, right? Coming back to the fold in the last days through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the house of David. Double honors to the elders that have been doing this thing, laboring before we was even thought of, and we have just entered into their labors. Shalom, shalom, shalom. So the Americans are the biblical Edomites. The Americans / the Europeans are the biblical Edomites without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna get a couple precepts and that'll be that. But their own mouth testifies against them. So this was a couple months ago when the Charlie Kirk got deleted, or so-called, which it could have been, it is what it is at the end of the day. But this was a speech from the secretary or a man in the Trump administration. And I just want to play just to hear what he says. So I'm gonna play it now.
Erica is the storm.
Right, Erica meaning the man's wife. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you know what's going on.
We are the storm. And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light. The light will defeat the dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen.
All right, so that's enough of that, right? Enough of that boasting and proud talk that's going to be brought to naught, right? So he said they was pulled out of the caves, out of the darkness, like sounds like the Edomites. Said they're going to build, but the Most High going to throw down. Said they hail from Athens, from Rome, from Greece, from Philadelphia. These are the biblical Edomites that we're looking at. And it's important that we shine the light and shed the light on this, because this man, Esau, he's buying TikTok. He's putting more stipulations and requirements for YouTube and digital IDs and things of that nature. So the truth is out. The truth been out for again, decades, but it's getting ready. It's a crackdown on this truth. The famine of the word is coming. So the word of the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is not about to be ready, accessible. It's about to be very tedious to get this word. The only way you're going to be able to hear this word is if you're out on the highways and hedges. So again, we got to always remember the basics, and also, continuously push this word out. The Americans / the Europeans, all the Europeans are the biblical Edomites. So I'm going to get Psalm 64, get a couple precepts and wrap up. Psalm 64 and verse number 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So really what's really happening is, because it was a so-called white man that so-called assassinated Charlie Kirk, right? So he's not speaking against his own people. Because when you go into what was going on a couple months ago, you had a lot of our people, right? When I say our people, I mean Israelites, so-called blacks and Hispanics, gloating in their ignorance and stupidity, gloating about the glorification of right on the left-hand side, glorification of assassination, which is not wise, But when this man is saying it, they have not understand the evil, understand the dragon they have woken, things of that nature, the army they have awoken. He's talking to our people. But our people don't realize that the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled against him. That this man is about all this flexing and proud talk. He's about to come and persecute our people, which he's already starting now. Verse number 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish, Shalakia, a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with the arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So what the Lord is putting the spirit on Esau to do is having him testify against himself. That these people, these nation of people are the biblical Edomites. And Esau is the end of the world. Let me get that. So we're living in the end. So it's important that we tap into this word and cleave to the highest in the last days. Ba'ashem Yahushai. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse number 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're living in the end. We're living in the end. We're living in a time of war, evil, destruction, and massive persecution. We're living in the end of this age. And I'm going to get a couple articles I got pulled up to get a visual on how this man is the Edomites. But I want to get another precept first. 2nd Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse number 7. 2nd Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse number 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So this man is getting ready to be taken out of the way. Who? And then shall that... So, Salaki, let me slow down. Because for the longest, it's been a question on who the Israelites are, who the Edomites are, and quite frankly, who the nations are in the whole. But the Lord, over the last decades, the Lord has revealed that understanding. Right through the elders all the way on down. Verse number 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So, who is the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's mouth? His men, his servants. If we be them men, we know the men are here. But the men pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, cleaving to the highest, not trusting on, leaning on their own understanding. That is the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And it's consuming the light of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is consuming the light of the wicked. Job 18:5, I believe, says the light of the wicked shall be put out. But how is the light of the wicked going to be put out? Through the light, which is this word. Because, the Lord says for the commandment is a lamp and the law is light. And what do we push forth? The law. Right? The Holy Bible is the law. Not just the 10 commandments. And then, the 613. The law, we're instructed throughout all books of the Bible, all 80 books of the Bible, through Genesis to Malachi, from 2nd Ezra to Maccabees, to Matthew to Revelation. We're instructed how to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So verse number 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And we're about to see a lot more stuff. A lot more stuff. Signs and lying. What would be the top signs and lying wonders now? Esau taking this system digital and, putting his wisdom inside your right hand or your forehead. His number. That's the next sign and lying wonder. But verse number 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And this is the truth. But a lot of our people is going to reject it and perish in the day of evil because they refuse to accept this beautiful light that came down from heaven. So I got an article here. So again, this man, he said he goes back to Rome. What is Rome's symbol? So it says the Roman legionary eagle, symbol and meaning. So it says the Roman legionary eagle was one of the most iconic and powerful symbols of the Roman military, representing the might and dominance of the Roman Empire. The eagle was central to the identity of the Roman legions and their soldiers. But what did Aquila symbolize, and why was it so significant to the Roman legions? Let's explore its deep meaning and endurance legacy. I'll read the next paragraph and that's it. So the symbol and power and honor. The Aquila, or Roman legionary eagle, was much more than just a bird. It embodied the Roman Empire's power, military might, and divine favor. The eagle was the standard of each legion, carried by a Aquilifer, a soldier entrusted with the sacred task of protecting and bearing the eagle. The Aquila represented the strength of the Roman army and the honor of the legion it served. Losing the Aquila in battle was considered a disgrace, while the return of a lost eagle was an event of immense celebration and pride. So whose symbol is the eagle today? The Americans. And then another side note is too, which is another beautiful lesson. America is Rome. It's America springs from Rome. When you go into the Revelation 17, Revelation 13, this the this America is another beast that sprang out of the beast that fell, which is Rome. America is the revised Roman Empire. Roman symbol was the eagle. America's symbol is the eagle, and a lot of other Edomite kingdoms, their symbol was the eagle. And he even said it himself. And when you go into, let me get the blue letter. When you go into the blue letter, and when you go into King Herod, Matthew 2:1 in the NLT, Yahushua was born in Bethlehem in Judea. During the reign of King Herod, about that time, some wise men from the eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem asking, where is the newborn king of the Jews? So the point is, of course, it's the birth of Yahushua, but I don't want to go into King Herod because King Herod was the Roman king at the time. He was the king of Judea. Let's see King Herod's nationality. Herod means heroic. The name of a royal family that flourished among the Jews in the times of Hamashiach, or I'll just read it as it is, of Christ, and the apostles. Herod the Great was the son of Antipater of Idumea, appointed king of Judea by the Roman Senate. So he was an Edomite. And this man just said with his own mouth that they sprang from Rome, in Athens, in Greece, in the caves. And we know that these people are the Edomites, the Americans, the Europeans, however you slice it and dice it. These are the Edomites, man. The same way they made crafty counsel to hide us, that we the true children of Israel, is the same way they made crafty counsel to try to hide themselves under the guise of American and Russian and French. But they are the Edomites, man. All right, so I already read 2 Thessalonians 2. What else do we got? So we got the Roman eagle, and coincidentally enough, we have the American eagle, which is the symbol of Babylon the Great, or aka America. The official symbol of the United States is the bald eagle, which serves as the national emblem featured prominently on the Great Seal official documents, currency, and military insignia, and was finally signed into law as the official national bird in December 2024, so last year, literally a year ago. I remember that too. After centuries of unofficial use, this powerful raptor symbolizes strength, freedom, and resilience, appearing on everything from the presidential flag to the dollar bill. So officially last year, they doubled down. Remember, Joe Biden signed it and made the eagle the official symbol. But what did the Lord say about the eagle all throughout the Holy Scriptures? Let's get Obadiah 1. Well, I'll get Jeremiah 49. Well, now I want to get Obadiah 1 because he says something biblical. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse number 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And this man, he doesn't think no one's about to bring them down. Just look at him. Just look at him. Why, I don't know. But he don't think, this man doesn't conceive in his puny mind that the Lord is about to bring him down through wise, meticulous, strategic counsel. But the Lord gave him a prideful spirit. The pride of again, verse number 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Where did he say he come from? The caves, the rocks. And I'm going to get that too. Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, which your heart is your mind, according to the Hebrew, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So though thou exalt thy nest as the eagle, the Lord's going to bring this man down to the ground. We just got to continue to push this word. Continue to push this word. Continue to build ourselves up, to build our households up to the best of our ability, build ourselves up to the best of our ability. Continuously fight to pray, fight to fast, fight to do up these videos, because the Lord, the labor is not for naught. It's not for naught. No, the Lord said in all labor there is profit. All labor there is profit. So do the best you could do to magnify and to serve you. How about Shemal Shah? To make it, because we're going to need help to make it from these Edomites, man. They're not playing. So I'm going to get a couple more and I'll close out. So we got the eagle, and we also have the architecture. So we have Mount Petra, and we all know that this is the home of the Edomites. So when you see this, you should see it looks similar. It looks familiar to something. So you got Mount Petra. You see it? All right, what I got here. And then you have the architecture of the Capitol building, the pillars and how it looks. So these people are the Edomites. And there's many, Lord willing, I'll do another lesson comparing ancient Rome to Babylon. But these are the Edomites, without a shadow of a doubt. And also, too, what did the Lord say? Let me get another one. I'll get another one, I'll close out. Psalm chapter 37. No, Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and verse number 16. Revelation 13 and 12. 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, which that first beast before Babylon was Rome. And he came after Rome. Again, Babylon is the revised Roman Empire. And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth, Salakia, great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So what is this speaking about? We go into it often. 80 years ago, when the Edomites rained down fire upon Moab and Ammon, the atomic bomb. So when you read the scriptures, read it. Don't read it. You have to read it in color. The Lord left certain characteristics of who this man will be. Let me get another title of Esau. What do you refer to Esau as? The bloody man. This is Psalm chapter 5 and 6. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. Yahweh will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. And then no one's more bloodier than Esau, the first nation to drop nuclear missiles in the world. So the Lord's going to destroy the bloody and deceitful man. We just got to endure, and we just got to be patient. And always remember this, that this man is slipping. The Lord is stripping him from the power seat. And this is how he's going out. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse number 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They, who's the they? The Edomites. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So know that the Americans / the Europeans are the Edomites. The Lord is stripping them from their power seat, and they're about to act like wild men. They're going to tap back into that beastly caveman nature. But just know that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, will deliver you if you trust and cleave unto him. So all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yahushai. Until next time, shalom to the elect. Shalom, family. Shalom.